Openly disrespecting your man at the Oscars. Sad. Just sad.
Coming to paperback and e-readers, Esteem Season of the Witch Girl. The aspiring angel takes on a wicked teenage witch in this action-packed all-new Esteem series adventure. Pre-order your copy of Esteem Season of the Witch Girl at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Better get the cool slow, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Actress Halle Berry decided to get her payback from actor Adrien Brody for a kiss he gave her at the 2003 Oscars. Now, back at the 2003 Oscars, Halle Berry was the presenter for the Best Actor award, and after Adrien Brody won his first Oscar, he came up on the stage and gave the then married Halle Berry a kiss on stage in front of everyone, and as he was giving her this kiss, it caused a lot of controversy regarding the way she was treated. Now, this whole moment was one that was a major one for Adrien Brody back in 2003, and it was a major one because for many black people, we saw it as basically Adrien Brody expressing his disrespect of Halle Berry. Now, Adrien Brody says that he was in the moment of emotion when he kissed Halle Berry, but as I and many other black people saw it as was Adrien Brody participating in flagrant disrespect of Halle Berry and flagrant disrespect of her because at that time in her life she was married to musician Eric Benet, and this man basically showed no regard for her marriage or showed any regard for her husband. Because as a part of the man code, a man always when they go out here and they're engaging with a married woman in a social or a business situation, they go out here and participate in what I call professional or personal distance, and they do this as a sign of respect to that man who is that woman's husband, and they do it as a sign to show that they have respect for a man as related to his marriage. So when Adrien Brody went out here and violated Halle Berry's space as related to her on that stage, it basically showed me that he had, again, no regard for Halle Berry as a woman, and possibly didn't have regard for her as a woman because he didn't see her as a black woman he needed to regard, partially because of the system of white supremacy and its unwritten social rules, and part of it also had to do with the fact that she played the degrading role of Letitia Musgrove in Monsters Ball and basically sent a message to all of the world that black women did not need to be regarded because the sex scene she participated in Monsters Ball basically degraded the image of black women. And that's where this whole situation basically started between Adrien Brody and Halle Berry, and almost 20 plus years later, Halle Berry is out here talking about how she was going to have her payback moment, but I don't really see it as a payback moment. No, I just see it as desperation from Halle Berry as related to trying to recreate a moment in infamy that basically showed how little regard that Hollywood had for Halle Berry as a black woman. Now, Halle Berry, as she heard about Adrien Brody getting this second Oscar, then decided to go seek out Adrien Brody and didn't seek him out on the stage for the whole world to see. No, in this whole situation, she went out here and looked to find Adrien Brody, who was in the middle of an interview, and kiss him. And as she went to find Adrien Brody, who was in the middle of this interview, this didn't come off with the same whole reaction. No, the incident with Adrien Brody was a statement of disrespect directed at black women as a collective and Halle Berry on stage, where this white man was showing he didn't have to regard a black woman in her marriage or regard her personal space That's what Adrien Brody was doing in 2003. But in 2023, what Halle Berry was doing was showing how the black woman is desperate in her older age for attention and is willing to sacrifice her intangibles of womanhood, such as her dignity and her self-respect, all to get the attention of an old white man. All she's doing again is looking to again get this attention because at 58 years old, she basically again is so desperate for attention that again she shows no regard for her intangibles and even less regard for her current boyfriend, Van Hunt, who should be looking at this whole situation with a side eye, because this whole situation is just as disrespectful to him as it was to Eric Benet. But in the case of Eric Benet, he was being disrespected by this white man. But in the case of Van Hunt is being disrespected by Halle Berry, a woman who goes out and seeks out a white man to go participate in a kiss to reward him for an Academy Award. Again, this is disrespect directed at that man by his own woman. And it really, again, isn't something that a guy would go out here and, again, be looking at his woman. Because if your woman is out here looking for another man, that's when there's a real problem. Again, because your woman is a reflection of you, and how she behaves is a reflection on you as a man. Because if she's not presenting herself in a respectful way, then it's clear she has no respect for you. And that's what was shown to Van Hunt, who I believe is a big-time simp, because he's thinking, oh, I got this woman who is considered to be one of the most beautiful women in the world. Unfortunately, he got her out of Bust Downtown, where he found her at a discount price in the social marketplace of being 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price that she had back in 2003. And in 2025 she's acting raggedy, and again acting raggedy because she's the one who goes out here seeking a revenge kiss from Adrien Brody, but not looking to go out here and seek the respect of her man, Van Hunt. No, not looking to seek the respect of her man. And sadly, this dude is so spellbound and mesmerized by that light skin and that long silky hair that he's not seeing this woman again having no regard for him in a pattern of behavior that shows that she's looking to make herself available to other people, like going out here and taking these nude photos and going out here and talking about their sex life. Again, when women do participate in behaviors like this, they're not showing you respect as a man, and they're also showing that they are seeing themselves in the driver's seat of that relationship. And as they see themselves in the driver's seat of that relationship, they're not seeing that man as someone they want to be their head. But that's always been a problem with Halle Berry. She's the one who wants to be the head of the relationship, and as she's been the head of that relationship, she's basically led this relationship to a place where it's basically gone nowhere but bad for Van Hunt, who again thinks he's got a good deal but is getting a raw deal, because if your woman is out here again looking for a white guy who disrespected her to go plant a revenge kiss at 20 plus years later, that's not a good look for you as a man, because if this woman again is out here 20 years later, she should be thinking about only smashing you and leaving this loser in the background. He may have 2 Oscars, but you're the one who's supposed to have the woman. And again, if your woman is seeking out another man, that's a bad look for you. And again, a bad look for Van Hunt, because when it came down to Halle Berry, again, you're the black guy who is the final simp. And the final simp, as I've said in many videos, is the guy who gets all the emotional anger directed at him, while this woman, again, is dealing with the emotional baggage of previous relationships. And as she's dealing with that baggage from previous relationships, she expresses her contempt on that man, projecting all those men from the past who have the spirits and DNA inside of her at him. And all of those memories, again, directed back at you as a man. This is what Van Hunt isn't looking at. And again, this whole situation with Halle Berry at the Oscars, again, flagrant disrespect of your man. Again, this is what's happening here when your woman is doing stuff like this. And this is the stuff that a man goes out here and checks. He checks it where if she pulls this stunt, he pulls out of the relationship, because nobody should be putting, your woman shouldn't be out here looking to put hands on any other man but you. And again, with Adrien Brody, again, she didn't check it there. And again, any man would have checked it, and any woman would have checked it. Any man would have pulled this dude to the side after the end of the Oscars and let him know how things go with his woman. Again, that's what men go out here and do, because again, it's clear that this dude don't respect the man code. But what's even worse is that Halle Berry doesn't respect the men that she's with. Again, doesn't respect the men that she's with to set a boundary. And that's, again, what a woman of character would do. I mean, yeah, your Adrien Brody may want to be in the moment, but a woman who loves herself, she's going to take her respect and say, nah, that's not going here, even on a stage full of people, because she understands her marriage is the most important thing. And as she understands her marriage is the most important thing, and her husband and having his respect is number one, that's going to send a message to everyone. We going to respect this man's marriage, respect this man's house, respect this man's space, and again, respect him and his woman. That's the policy, again, as related to the man code that Adrien Brody violated in 2003. But sadly, Halle Berry doesn't understand about that boundaries as related to the man code, because she didn't have a father-in-law to teach her about the man code. But when it comes down to the man code and relationships, again, men of character respect a married woman, again, or a woman who's in a relationship. We respect that woman's personal space. We don't make no move. Once a woman tells us that she's out here and got a boyfriend, again, automatically that tells me I engage differently. This is where I put the distance between myself. When I'm standing with that woman, I'm not standing too close. I'm not standing in a way that, again, makes that man think something's going on. And I'm always looking to contact that man and ask him if things are all right as related to any sort of contact. And again, when I do have if I were to have contact with married men and their wives, I want that husband there. I want that husband there because, again, that's all part of the man code as related to things. And if I am with this woman, again, it's with his permission. Now, that may seem sexist to some men, but again, this is how a man shows his respect for another man as related to his relationship. And again, a woman shows respect when she's out here with other men. When she goes out here, doesn't want to be out here without her husband. That's all part of the unwritten social rules as related to of engagement with married people or people in relationships. And again, if your woman is out here running up talking about some sort of revenge like this as a stunt to get attention, that's where you got to look at her with a side eye, because it's showing that that woman isn't respectful of you as a man and isn't looking to reflect positively on you as related to your relationship, because she's stuck in the past and not focusing on your future. And when she goes out here and does this, she's basically looking to lay a foundation for a future where she's going to be basically where the relationship is going to end. And with Halle Berry right now, I think she's at that 5-year mark where many of her relationships fail, and this could possibly be the beginning of the end for Halle Berry and Van Hunt, because only a complete nut simp and complete cuckold is going to sit there and watch his woman disrespect him like this and still want to be in a relationship with that woman. And this may be Halle Berry's last stop before she hits Bust Downtown completely at this point. Again, Halle Berry already came out of Bust Downtown at a 50% social marketplace value and is possibly on the road to going back to Bust Downtown at about 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price at 58. And sadly, at 58, she's shown me she's grown old but hasn't grown up as related to this stunt, showing me, yes, you've grown old, but you haven't grown up, and haven't grown up to understand how relationships work as related to men, and how your behaviors, again, are completely off code for a woman in a relationship. That's what's being shown here. Again, little respect for the black woman, and what's even said is she's now got no respect for herself. Again, no respect, and sacrificed her dignity to get this stunt going, because there was no need to go and get this payback again 20 plus years later. No reason to pull this stunt at all. No need to pull this stunt at all and do this to get attention. Again, this is not how women operate who are on code, because when a woman is on code, she understands it's not about the man from 20 years ago, it's all about the man you're with today. Now, if you want to pick up some of my black fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, you can find some great fiction such as the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy. You can also find my black sorority novel, The Thetas, and my black vampire novel, Eternal Night. All of these books are available in paperback and Kindle format on Amazon.com, and you can also find them at other online booksellers like Draft to Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you want to go out here and help out the channel. Now, a viewer wanted to request this video but didn't want to pay for it, and if you really want to request a video, you can drop a donation for a minimum of $15 to the PayPal or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box, and if I know something about that subject, I will make that video for you. And you have to go out here and, again, drop the money if you want videos. Again, if you want to request videos, please drop the donation to the PayPal or the Cash App with the message, and I usually get these videos out very quickly if I don't have to do research. So that's the way things go on this channel, and that's the way if you want videos, you just have to ask for them and pay for them. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Coming to paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, A Thorn in My Side. The man who rules the world takes on an agent from the CIA from the Black Boule in this action-packed all-new John Haynes series adventure. Pre-order your copy of John Haynes' A Thorn in My Side at Amazon.com and other online booksellers. Now available in paperback and Kindle, All About Marilyn. Learn all about the struggles of a faded former teen sitcom star in this absolutely fabulous 5-star screenplay. Get All About Marilyn in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, All About Nikki, A Fabulous First Season. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meets Clueless in this absolutely fabulous African-American 1990s teen sitcom. Get all 13 episodes of All About Nikki, The Fabulous First Season in paperback and e-readers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.